Hey, are we good? That's a good way to start off a video. How we doing, guys? PGZ36 here, and welcome to another tier list. And we're going to be ranking every single Call of Duty Zombies map. Now, I'm only going to be doing the ones that I've played, so World War II, Advanced Warfare, and Infinite Warfare DLC. I will not be doing that because I have not played them, and honestly I'd rather not play them because they are pretty trash. So yeah, let's get into it, starting off with Ancient Evil. Where would I say? I'd say this is an excellent map. I think Ancient Evil is the one where the storyline really got connected with players. Like, people started caring about the storyline of this characters. The Chaos storyline? Yeah, the Chaos storyline. People started to care a lot about the storyline, and then the fact that it was the final one, it made everyone hate it more. So that's unfortunate. Also, the fact that Zombie 4. Who wants to play on Black Ops 4? No one. Other than that, it's a really fun map. The weapons, the bosses, the map layout, the music was great too. I really love the gauntlets. They were so powerful. So I wish they had more ammo on it. So yeah, Ancient Evil, excellent. Ascension. I would say another excellent map. Ascension is basically a more advanced Kino Der Toten, where it's a lot more simpler, it's a lot easy to get high rounds, but has a lot of more fun things to it that make it better. It has PhD, it has the monkeys, which I'll admit can be annoying. It has more weapons, it has a better layout, and it also has like launch pads that you can go on, which is really fun. I've played Ascension a pretty good amount of times, and I'm not sure if this had the Easter egg or not. I don't remember. I'm not really the best on Easter eggs, so yeah. Next up, Blood of the Dead. Oh, Blood of the Dead. How they try to remake Mob of the Dead and fails so miserably is beyond me. But that's apparently what Blood of the Dead is. It basically just failed at what Mob of the Dead tried to do. If Mob of the Dead didn't come into reality, it's because then Blood of the Dead would be better. And also, the map layout was just so much worse. The fact they added an extra area for the start, and they have that for the starter, and you have to go all the way through the catwalk and go through all the dogs and stuff, no one is gonna want to do that. Literally no one. The rest is basically just Mob of the Dead, so not really much difference there. And holy crap, don't even get me started on the Easter egg. The Easter egg is, if I had the list of worst Easter eggs, this would definitely fit on that list too. Easter egg bad, map layout bad, just Blood of the Dead is bad. Buried, I want to say I've played this so many times. I want to put it in a God tier, but I think I'm gonna have to put it get in excellent. It's not that much of a God tier, but it's still an excellent map. It has so many things in it. It had buildables, which were really nice, like the trample steam, flinging zombies everywhere. There was the head chopper, where you chop zombies' head off, also satisfying. It also included a lot of good weapons. It had like the revolver, the ray gun Mark II, and the paralyzer, the best weapon in the game. You can get to high rounds anytime with that thing. And it's also easier to get to place with it. It also included Leroy, which was able to clear barricades. It had the Ultra Aid, which is a nice perk, like a replacement of PhD, though I wish PhD was in the map. And it also included witches, which I'll admit are a complete pain in the butt. No one wants to deal with the witches. But other than that, you got banks, you got good camping areas. Buried is an excellent map. No one can deny it. Bus Depot. The problem with Bus Depot is not only is it like a terrible, more worse version of Transit, but it's also a worse version of Nuketown Der Toten. Basically, it's much more smaller than Nuketown Der Toten, and it just is really just hard map. Like, have you ever gotten past round 20 on Bus Depot? Yeah, that's what I thought. Bus Depot, it's not even worth playing with multiplayer. Call of the Dead. I can't believe people hate on this map so much. It is such a great levelable map. The reason why it's such a great map is that the fact that it has basically George Romero as a boss in it, and also having him in the game. The guy who created like Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, all those awesome zombie movies. Like, you need to appreciate the fact that he's in it. He fits in this map perfectly. And the layout is so good. You got like basically boats that are designed really well. You got the lighthouse. Oh, the lighthouse. And the zipline. Who remembers going onto the top and using the zipline going all the way down? Yes, the perk spots are annoying. The ice in the water is pretty not fun. And what else? There was the VR11. VR11 is terrible, but other than that, scavenger good, weapons good, zombies good, camping spots good, George good, just layout, music, Call of the Dead. You cannot hate on this map. You cannot hate. It is an absolute god tier map. Classified. I would honestly put it in good. I honestly like Classified. It's really fun. It's a lot like 5, but honestly it just feels like more of a rip-off of 5. Just with things that really didn't need to be in it. Like, they include things like have more like mini bosses and stuff, and I just did not like that. Other than that, Classified, really fun map. Though it's just, like I said, it's just another ripoff of 5. That's the problem with BO4. Let's take all of the maps with the classic characters in the Ether storyline and just have them all remade of other maps. Like, there's completely no reason to do that. You just need to create new maps. Although I guess like maps like Voyage of Despair proves why. And I don't know. Dead of the Night. Quite possibly, it probably had like one of the worst launches ever in the history of zombies ever, which really affected its gameplay. And gameplay I thought was pretty okay, and map layout, music, is good. I do like the bosses in Dead of the Night. They were really good. Though it is one of those maps where you definitely look up a tutorial. Otherwise, you will not have a fun night on Dead of the Night. It's definitely a good map, but not without its flaws. Horizon Track. Oh, Horizon Track. I can't even describe how awesome Horizon Track is. Much like Mob the Dead, where it's around a prison, I feel like it's more of an improved version of Mob the Dead. So I still think Mob the Dead is better than Horizon Track. Just saying. We're gonna get to that later. But yeah, Horizon Track, quite possibly one of the best bosses ever. It is just so perfect. The Easter egg to do that is also so satisfying to do. The bow staffs were amazing. Wrath of Ancients, the wind staff, they were awesome. The Panzer was also a nice comeback for the Panzer too. The traps layout, the dragons, I think the dragons were much like the Hellhounds. Actually, I think they were like the Hellhounds, and they were really a nice addition. Map layout, just the fact that it's like in a cold setting prison, it is just amazing. Rising Track is amazing. Duris the Giant, another god tier map. This is the one where it's quite possibly the best casual zombies map ever, aside from one other map. Basically, it's just the simplest map ever. You got zombies, you got dogs, hellhounds, you got a perfect pack-a-punch where you had to link all the teleports together. You had OP weapons to use. You had the Wonder Wolf. Like, come on, how can you hate on Doris? And especially playing with multiplayer. It is so much fun to play this map with multiplayer. It's an amazing time. Doris, if you hate Doris, there's something wrong with you, okay? You cannot hate on Doris. Die Rise! Okay. I'm putting it in the mech category. Basically, they tried to replicate you going from building to building, and it just didn't work. It just did not work at all. Like, it's just so tedious just to get from one place to another. Also, the perks in the elevators, that just made no sense. Like, why not just have the perks in, like, separate areas so we can at least, like, just go and grab? But no, you have to basically wait for, like, the elevators to come down, and then you can get your perks. And even then, you'll have to go, like, to other locations just to get the perks you want. It's just absolutely unfun. And the worst part about it, the zombies. Oh, the spawn points of the zombies. Quite possibly the worst ones ever. Basically, you'll just go one part of the map, all the zombies will spawn in literally anywhere else on the map. It is so tedious just waiting for zombies for you to kill. Trying to get to high rounds, don't even try. The only good thing about it I like is the buildable, and getting for camping to high rounds is pretty good. And it also has the liquefier, which is really, really good. Other than that, jumping jacks, terrible. The layout, I hate Die Rise. It's a bad map. Farm. I'd probably say it's a pretty good map. It's pretty good with multiplayer for, like, just having fun. It's got your basically like Verruckt style. You got the perks, you got weapons, got box. It's a really good fun time. Fun time playing with multiplayer is really fun as well. Farm is a good map, though I wish it didn't have the fog. It had much more light in that as well. It's the problem with these map starters in Black Ops 2 is all the fog. I'm just tired of just not seeing much where you have to just basically run into anywhere just to go to see anything. It's just not something I'm a fan of. But Farm is good. 5. Why are people hating on Black Ops 1 zombies? 5 is an absolute masterpiece. It's one of my favorites ever. It's one of the best maps ever. It is quite possibly the best challenging map ever in zombies. It has such a great layout. Going from like the top of the meeting room down to the bottom where all the other stuff happens. Stuff, I don't know what I'm talking about. And then it leads down even more into the lab. How can you get even crazier than that? Like the zombies, the Pentagon Thief. Well, the Pentagon Thief is Pentagon Thief is a pain in the butt, where he steals your weapons and runs away like a little wuss, but it is still a great map. I really love 5. And I definitely recommend playing with multiplayer. Playing with multiplayer, it will really be a fun time. 5, definitely probably one of the best maps ever. I really love 5. Crovie. Again, quite possibly one of the best maps ever. The Easter egg. Oh, the Easter egg. Oh, it's quite possibly the best Easter egg ever. It has just such simple, but not too simple, like challenges to get to do the Easter eggs. It is really such a perfect Easter egg. It also has like the bosses were the dragon and Nikolai and the other robot zombie. I don't remember his name, but he was still a nice addition. It brought back some of the great weapons, the FFAR, the PPSH, and it also included new weapons like the Ray Gun Mark III and the dragon gun. I forgot the name. I haven't played Verruckt Crovie in a while, but it is still a fun map. Verruckt Crovie, map layout, bosses, intro is fantastic. Who remembers the intro? Tell me in the comments if you liked the intro of Verruckt Crovie. I absolutely love the intro. It's just one of the best maps ever. You can't go wrong. Grotus Hades. This is one of the only maps I play on Mob the Dead. It's just okay. It's literally okay. Basically, you got 2 weapons to spawn in, and you gotta basically survive as long as you can, or you could basically do like a simple few steps to escape. It's just okay. The layout is. The music is honestly a kind of a creepy atmosphere to it, and it's pretty nice. But other than that, it's just okay. Grotus Hades is okay. 9, again, another excellent map. It is really an excellent map. I honestly think this is the best BO4 map because it is so much what Black Ops 4 should be. It has perfect weapons, perfect bosses, great characters. It had a nice Easter egg step. It's just I wish BO4 just could have been what the Chaos storyline should have been. It really was a great time. But even then you could put like the Chaos storyline of Black Ops 3 and it would still be a good time. Just Black Ops 4 is just zombies and BO4 is terrible. Kino Der Toten. One of the best maps ever, and that's because I was a BO1 player. Like, I played Black Ops 2 before and BO1 before, but that was always at a friend's house. When I finally got into zombies on my own, and I bought my own game, this Black Ops 1, Kino Der Toten, was the one that I had. And Kino Der Toten and 5. These were the 2 maps that I had when I got BO1. And these are really in my favorites ones. These are literally the best in BO1 outside of Call of the Dead and Derice, because you could get Derice in BO1. You could get basically all of World at War in BO1. So that's why I love BO1. It's such a great game. The fact that people don't treat it with more respect, it just it just makes me upset. I really don't understand why people hate on these maps. Kino Der Toten is much like Derice, but just for nostalgia memories and just for basically for new players at the time, it was just a much more better casual time for me, because this was before I knew like Doris existed on World of War. So I didn't know that until I looked it up on the internet. So yeah, Kino Der Toten, I'm just putting it up there because, in my opinion, it's just for nostalgia better than Doris. Mob of the Dead. How can you get in there? How can you not top Mob of the Dead? How can you not have Mob of the Dead in the best map ever? Characters basically around the gangsters, it was so good. The Easter egg was so awesome. Basically, the fact that you have to go all the way to basically like see if you can continue or end the cycle, it was really fun. The Wonder Weapon, the Blundergat, the Sweeper, the Vitrolic Withering. Oh, how can you not love that weapon? It is such a god tier map. It would definitely make a god tier weapon list if I would rank that. The map layout basically on Alcatraz, oh man, it is fun. Basically going all around finding all the parts. It's just so laid out perfectly. The dogs, the I can't even speak. The Hell's Retriever. Brutus. I really love Brutus. He's a nice addition to Mob Daddy. He's basically like a challenger boss. He does lock things up, which can be annoying, but he's still a good boss. Also like the fact that you had to go like use Afterlife to like unlock certain parts of the maps. You gotta use it to use the perks, and it's really, really fun. I really like using Afterlife. But yeah, that overall, Mob of the Dead, top tier map. You can't go wrong with Mob of the Dead. Moon, again, another great map. It has some flaws to it, like the astronaut, the having Jug on the Area 51 instead of being on the moon, basically where you have to go back. That can be tedious, but Moon has such great things to it. It just overdoes the bad problems, especially on BO3 where you got like Gobblegums, Perkaholics and stuff. It is really fun. You got the Wonder Weapon, basically where you detach it and attach it together to shoot like lasers and form it together to shoot one big mass of zombies exploding. Basically they just like bulge up and then just boom, explode. I really like that. And the who remembers the room where you go on the bounce pads? I love the bounce pads. Bounce pads were really fun. Just going from room to room to room, just to one area to another is so much fun. And also the best area for training too. Definitely a really fun place for training. And the Easter egg is really good as well. It's a really fun Easter egg to do with multiplayer. I recommend doing it with multiplayer because it's much more fun that way. Moon, great map. Nuketown Toten. Come on, how can you not like Nuketown Toten? It's the first map ever to come out in zombies, where you start off in the opening, where you see people that seem to be coming towards you, but they don't look normal, and then you see like one person like running straight towards you, and then the logo Nazi zombies appear, and you just pop in like this creepy atmospheric place. Like you have no clue what is going on. You're just some soldier with a pistol, and you come up fighting off against zombies. Like, how simpler can that be? It is such iconic. Like, how can you go wrong with Nuketown Toten? You got the ray gun. You got, like, that glitch area. Remember where you go off on that glitch wall and you, like, have, like, zombies not, like, attack you? It is really fun. And it is definitely a good, challenging map for going for high rounds. It's really, really it's Nuketown Toten. good map. Really good map in every way. Nuketown. I honestly would put it in. I honestly would put it in good. It's not an excellent or a god tier, but it is really fun. I really like playing with multiplayer because that's pretty much the most fun I have with Nuketown. I also like the weapons in it. The weapons are really good. The LSAT, the M27. You can get the ray gun and sometimes the ray gun Mark II. But other than that, the atmosphere is not really a great map to look at. The perks, the fact that they come down every 5 rounds, that is a complete pain in the butt. I really don't like that. And it's just a good map. It's maybe even an okay map in my opinion, but it's really just fun to play with multiplayer. I really, you can agree, disagree, but that's just my opinion. Origins. Again, another top tier map, but I would actually put it behind Crovie in Origins. Just because the fact that Origins doesn't have a boss fight, that just makes it a bit lower than Garod and Mob. Though Mob of the Dead doesn't have a boss here, but I think that's more laid out better than Origins. I just think Origins, it can be, for the Easter egg, it is really a lot to do. It is such a challenging Easter egg. If you're looking for casualties, I think it might be good for casuals, but I'm not sure. I haven't completed the Easter egg yet, so that's how hard the Easter egg is. Like, you gotta go get all the staffs, gotta get all the parts, gotta kill all the zombies in a certain way. It is just, ooh, my brain cannot handle it. But that's what makes it so fun. The staffs were great. Panzer Shrek was great. You had so many good weapons, so many new weapons in it. You had the Easter egg, you had the original characters. Origins, one of the best maps ever. You can't go wrong. You really can't. Like, how can you go wrong? It is really not wrong with Origins. Revelations is again another okay map. Like, the start of Revelations, the release, it was really good, but then after that it just sort of just died down. Like, once the release was over, everyone just completely stopped caring about Revelations. Like, the problem is it's just not really one of the best maps for the final map. It's just like, basically you're going like all over like these map layouts into other worlds, and it's just not laid out well. I do like the wonder weapons, the Apothecant Servant, and the training areas, and the Easter egg is just in my opinion. Other than that, Revelations is just an okay map. It's just okay. Shadows of Evil, again, another top tier map. I'm actually putting it behind Crovie, but in front of Origins. Shadows of Evil is quite possibly one of the best Black Ops 3, no, not just Black Ops 3, Zombies modes game in history. It's one of the best maps of all time. Basically, you have the Easter egg, you got the characters, you got the map layout. It's just designed perfectly. I love all the layout of Shadows of Evil. You got the Wonder Weapon, the Apothecant Servant, you got the perks, you got the Margwa, you got the bosses. It's just an amazing map. Like, Treyarch put so much work into Shadows of Evil. Like, you cannot disrespect them. They put so much goodness into Shadows of Evil. It's so good. Shangri-La. Where would I put? Honestly, I would honestly put Shangri-La in good. It's not really the best map ever. The layout can get pretty hard for some players, and it can really turn them off. But Shangri-La is a good map. It's a good map. You got the Wonder Weapon, which is the baby gun. Basically, shrink them and then just mow them all down. How can you get much better than that? And it never goes away. That's what I like about Shangri-La. The damage just never goes away. It stays forever. The napalm and the shrinker zombie, they could be annoying sometimes, but I think they were pretty good. The monkeys, some people say they're a pain in the butt, and they can have sometimes, especially when they take the drops. But you just wait for when they show the right ones, and you just shoot them, and they give you the drop. Although I prefer to use the shotgun because it's much more easier to get that. The layout was good. The traps were amazing. I really like the traps. Shangri-La, definitely a good map, but just needed a few things that could have been improved. I am starting to get hiccups, and I don't know why. Kino Numa is in the good category. It is in the good category. Basically, one of the most iconic maps as well. You basically have for high rounds. This is one of the best maps to go on. I would say the World at War version is better. You got the PPSH. You got great weapons. You got the Wonder Waff, which was introduced, which is quite possibly the best version, I think, over the Duris one. You got the Hellhounds. You got the swamp layout, you got perks, you got traps, you got the characters. How can you go wrong with Kino Numa? I don't know why people hate Kino Numa. It is a really fun map. The Final Right is again another okay map. I played this. This is the only other World War II map that I played in. It's just not that fun. It is really not. It has way too many bosses in it, and the Wonder Weapon is just not good. I really don't like it. I would say it's okay for going for like high rounds, I guess. I don't know. It's just an okay map in my opinion. Final Reich, World War II zombies, it's just an okay. Final Reich in my opinion, okay. World War II zombies is just a problem. Town is one of the excellent maps. I definitely would say one of the best zombies maps for casualties. Because for casual players, you might want to play Town because you got the pack punch, you got perks, you got weapons. It's just a simple version. Well, it's definitely not a better version. It's trying to be like Doris in that opinion, but it's not as fun. Cause that's probably because of the fire. You basically make a few moments, and most of the layout is just covered like cracks filled with lava, so it sets you on fire. And if you stand in that too long, it'll basically just make you go down. Like that is not really a good time. It is really not. It's really not fun when that happens. But other than that, multiplayer is fun. High rounds are good. Training is really good as well. Like I really like to train on Town. It's an excellent map. And you got Hellhounds. How can you go wrong with that? Transit. In my opinion, for a time, this was the absolute one of the worst maps ever. But now that I think of it, it's honestly one of the more okay maps. Like, and that's because it's more fun to play with multiplayer. Just because the fact that when you play with 4 players and you're doing all the stuff, it is really, really, really fun. Like, it's just a good time with multiplayer. But that's because it sucks so bad. Other than that, everything else about Transit is just pee pee poo poo. It's just better than Bus Depot, just for the fact that it has multiplayer and a bit more stuff to do than Bus Depot. If it weren't for that, then I would say it definitely would be worse than Bus Depot. But yeah, Transit is now more of an okay than bad. Verruckt. Again, another good map. Where would I put Verruckt? I think I would put it in front of Farm, just because it's a much more creepy atmosphere, especially in World at War. It's just like a terrifying asylum. We basically gotta survive against zombies. It has the perks, it has traps, it has power. It's a really fun time, especially with multiplayer. I really love playing Verruckt with multiplayer with friends. It's a really nice map to go back on. And in BO1, though the problem with BO1, it has the Winter's Howl, which is in that state. But yeah, especially in Black Ops 3, where you have the Gobblegums, so you can get more perks, get weapons pack-a-punched. It's really a fun map. Verruckt, very iconic, very good map. Alright, we're down to the last few three. Voyage of Despair. I honestly would put it above Bus Depot, though not as bad as Blood the Dead in my opinion. Voyage of Despair is... My problem with Voyage of Despair is that they basically tried to make it like a Titanic-like map, and they just ruin it in every way. The Wonder Weapon was terrible. Zombies layout was terrible. The map was just not fun. Like, the Easter egg is just crappy, though not as bad as Blood the Dead. It's Voyage of Despair. You cannot like Voyage of Despair. It is not a fun map. Zetsubou no Shima. Again, this was another map that people hated for a while, and it was honestly one of the worst maps ever, but now that I played it more, is a good map. It is an absolute good map. I would put it in front of I'll put it behind Dead of the Night. Zetsubou no Shima is a really fun map. Well, the Thrashers are a pain in the butt, and honestly, the Easter egg is not really that good. The boss is really fun though. The weapons in the map were pretty good. In the swamp layout, like Shangri-La, I think it was really a nice addition to Shangri-La. No, sorry, Zetsubou no Shima. I really love Zetsubou no Shima. It's a really good map. Zetsubou, you can't really go wrong with it nowadays. Though it does have problems, it's still a fun map. And last but not least, Zombieland, Zombies in Spaceland. Did I put it in excellent or God tier? I put it in God tier. Zombies in Spaceland is basically the only Infinite Warfare map I literally would play. Like, you put Zombies in Spaceland, and it's just a fun time. The fact this has like a party-like rock to it, and it's all in zombies, oh, it's so good. The Easter egg was fun. The weapons, oh, the weapons were fantastic. The Wonder Weapons were good. Just Zombies in Spaceland is fun. Like, you can't go wrong with Zombies in Spaceland. So yeah, guys, that is it. I honestly think this map is a really, really good tier list. Let me know in the comments if you think this is good or not. And let me know in the comments what you think is your favorite and worst Zombies tier list. Or what is your favorite and worst Zombies maps ever. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to drop a like on this video. And make sure to share this with friends and family. Because this is really... I love doing tier lists. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it. And as always, PGZ36, peace out and have it rated PGZ36, Pizza Gamers.